All right, so here's your weekly overview for the week of September 28th to October 2nd. So let's just go ahead and take a look at what this week is going to ask of you. So if I scroll down here to Monday through Friday, let's just take a quick look at what Monday is going to look like. On Monday, we are going to do a little prerequisite assignment. So the reason why we do prerequisite assignments is because before we start doing a project, even if it's a rough draft, before we start to do, let's just say, our final product grade, what we want to do is we want to develop some skills that are going to allow us to demonstrate our objectives within our final draft. So let's just say one of your skills is using a pencil to create different, a variety of ranges within your values. So that's, we're talking about shading. Let's say another criteria would be to demonstrate craftsmanship, which is basically your control over whatever art medium, such as a number 2 pencil, that you're using for that artwork. Okay, so the prerequisite assignment, although it might seem like busy work at times, it's really to get you to develop some skills to demonstrate for your final draft. So it all kind of adds up to that final project, which obviously is a big part of your grade. So what you want to do is you want to click on these links. Okay, everything in blue is a link. So if you skip over something in blue, you're probably skipping over something that's really important. And I think a lot of you kind of get in a little bit of a bad habit of, maybe you don't skip the link, but when you open it, you don't watch it from start to finish. And that can get you in a little bit of trouble. So I just want to kind of warn you a little bit on that, because there's a lot of really good information, sometimes deep in those videos, that you're really going to need if you're going to want to get a good grade on the assignment or in the class in general. Okay, so the value scale tutorial, it's going to show you what is expected for that sketchbook assignment. It's pretty simple. It should take you about probably 1 class period. You're going to use this format. Okay, now you don't have to print this worksheet out, but you're going to want to use a very similar format in your sketchbook. And then I think the rest of this just talks about you're going to work on that value scale for the rest of the 40 minutes. Okay, so notice Tuesday and Wednesday, I have these days merged together. That's because sometimes students work at different paces. So basically what I want to do is I want to give you this really wide 80-minute window to get from Monday to Thursday. Okay, now this whole window between the time class is over on Monday, if you're a remote learner and you want to just dive right into this, that's fine. But you're going to try to accomplish all these things before you get to class on Thursday. Okay, so tutorial Tuesday. The first thing that you want to do is you want to collect a rough draft, you want to collect a reference photo for the upcoming project. The upcoming project is going to be the Animal-i project that most of you started at the end of last week, okay, right after you turned in your graffiti project. So do you want to make life easier? Who doesn't want to make life easier, right? You're going to click this link. This link is going to describe to you how to set up your project so that you make it way easier to do in the long run. And trust me, I think most of you are really going to like this little step. Okay, you're going to use this link, okay, to go along with, and when you watch this video, you'll see what I'm talking about. You're going to use this link to help set up your drawing so that you can now start your final draft. And how do you start your final draft? Well, click right here to start, okay? If you're an in-person learner, you're going to grab a 12-inch by 16-inch piece of drawing paper. It's slightly larger than the people that are going to be working in their sketchbooks, but usually you get a little bit of a nicer result. If you're an in-person learner, you're still going to get a great result by working in your sketchbook, okay, on that probably 9 by 12-inch sketchbook. Okay, I've seen some really good graffiti projects that were turned in last week, so keep it up, all the e-learners. And like I said, these days are combined so that people can work at different paces and you can kind of work your way through this over the 2-day period, okay? On Thursday, Thursday's a work day. Friday is also a work day. So hopefully by the time you get to Thursday, you have started the drawing, okay? You've started this process by watching this video, explaining how to do it, and you've started working on your final draft for the Animal-i project, okay? So if you have any questions on how to start that, please refer back to these videos. Please make sure that daily you are checking out the week at a glance because it does tell you specifically what to do each day, okay? And if you have any questions after you go through all of that information, obviously, please don't hesitate to reach out via email. You could also reach out in our discussion board in the weekly folder. If you're ever behind on a project, or if you're ever behind on an assignment and you want to know maybe what did we do last week, maybe you forget. Well, there's a link right here. It says, are you behind on work? If so, click here and it's going to take you to last week's week at a glance. All right. If you are a couple weeks behind, what I would recommend doing is if you go to Polaris and you click on I think it's an archived or like previous work. I think it even says like, are you behind? There should be a folder right below this week's folder, week of the 28th to October 2nd. And if you click that, it's going to have all the weeks. So you just got to go back through the list. And a lot of those assignments that you may be missing, okay, such as sketchbook number 5 or number 4, are going to be in those weekly folders. Okay. So make sure you do that. Make sure everybody's getting caught up. This week is midterm week. So you are halfway done with the art course, okay, which is crazy. So we do need to keep plugging away. Make sure you check your grades, sit down with your parents. If you have any questions about your grades, please don't hesitate to reach out, and let's get everybody kind of squared away that way. All right. So good luck. Look forward to seeing what you can do, and let's have a good week.